Hi YouTube family, welcome back to Chowmein's Kitchen. A pleasant good day to each and every one of you. I'm back in the garden. The temperature dropped a little. It's kind of cool, very cool in the air, so it's time that I hope all my veggies are ready to pick because the weather is getting cold and I don't want them to start frosting up. I'm in the garden. I came to see what I can harvest today and what I can prepare with my harvest. So first of all, I see two Corilla over here that I want to pick. See them? Right here. So this is one. And this is the Indian bumpy Corilla. And I see another one over here that I'm gonna pick as well. And these can go great in pepper sauce. There's a little one here that I'm gonna leave to grow some more. Here I have two okra and I'm gonna pick these out. So I have one here, another one here, and there's one coming out right there. So two okra. These can go in fish curry or some soup or cook up rice. So I'm gonna pick these peppers because it's getting cold. I'm gonna leave these ones on my counter and they will ripen. They're kind of nice and good to cook with when you have kids because they are very mild in heat, and you can bite one just like that and have it with your food. And then over here have some more that I'm gonna just grab. The really green ones I'll leave on the plant, and then get these nice ripe ones that's red all over. Should I pick this one as well? And I'm gonna pick this one. So these come in very handy to cook your daily meal or to add to your daily recipes. And we have a huge big flies here next to our beautiful looking purple BORA. And look how many purple BORA we have. They can grow a little bit more. Look, there's a bee up here. Get it close so that we can see right at the top where the BORA is. You got it? You see it?
Yeah.
Those are the bees that pollinate the garden, and because we have all those same flowers, they're here to pollinate. But somehow or the other, this one is right here. I'm gonna wait for him to move, or her, before I pick those BORA, and I'm gonna get these ones. These are the purple BORA, and today I'm gonna use these up in a recipe. This one is a little bit too small. I think this one can pick, but I don't want this bee to bite me. This is a really big bee that can, a wasp. Check
That's a wasp?
Yeah, check it out. Get it close. That one bite. If that one bites you,
you're done.
It's really painful. You got it?
Yeah.
So this one is not moving at all. Look, I want to pick the BORA. Okay, let's move to another one.
How about that one over there? This one.
No, this one is too small. I'll leave that one for my next picking. And let's see here. So I pick another one here. Very nice color. I love it. And I think there is one more in here. Oh, there's two nice one in here. Look at this one. Oh, nice, right?
Yeah.
And then look, you see there's a squash here. Did you see that?
I see it.
And then there's lots of same. Look, if you can see. So I'm gonna pick those on the weekend. Look, this one here. I leave to dry for seed, and I think I can pick it. It's dry, and leave it or leave it some more on the plant. I have two green ones here that I'm gonna pick to add to this recipe. These have the good size that I want for the recipe. They can grow longer. And then there's another one right here. So let's go around the other side now. Oh, So let's pick these two, but the bee is still here, look.
I know.
Oh my goodness, I don't want to get bite by this
Don't
bee.
shoot.
So, wow, look my variety of green and purple bora. Oh my gosh. Did you see any more that we can pick?
No, I don't think so.
This beautiful handful of bora, somebody has suggested that I cook chowmein or fried rice with the purple and green bora, and it's gonna be a beautiful combination. I'm gonna take that up and I will add this bora to some chowmein and see how beautiful it looks in the chowmein. And we're gonna pick some thyme, some fine thyme, because I'm gonna make chowmein, and this thyme will work nice to season up the chicken for the chowmein. Fresh thyme every cooking, every day. Beautiful, nice, fine thyme. It goes nice in all my dishes. Smell this.
It smells good.
So we're gonna pick some oregano, and the oregano look like they're not growing much now because the weather is getting cold, and I think this is a plant that cannot handle the cold. We're gonna grab some green onions since we're here to add to our chowmein. And green onions can hold up to the cold weather. These guys can go all the way in October and they'll be fine. I'm gonna pick some more green onions, and then I'll show you all the things I harvest today. So these are my harvest today. I have the green onion, oregano, pepper, okra, coriander, fine thyme, and my purple and green bora. This is a nice harvest. These ingredients can go in so many different dishes. This one I'm gonna use for something today. This is gonna go in a different dish. This is gonna go in a different one. And these peppers I'm gonna use more than one time. So let's head in and see what we can prepare with our bora. So here is my chicken. I have some chicken breast that I wash and chop finely. I added some green seasoning and a little bit of paprika. I'm gonna go in with some meat and fish seasoning. I will add a little bit of dried oregano, even though I have fresh oregano in the green seasoning. And I'm adding some Chinese sauce. I love this new Chinese sauce that I tried. It have a good flavor. And we're gonna mix this up. The Chinese sauce will add a nice color and give it a beautiful flavor as well. So we're gonna leave this to marinate until I finish cutting up my fresh ingredients. So I'm gonna keep it simple and add just 3 vegetables in this chowmein because I don't want to overpower it with other vegetables, so I can get to taste and see the bora in the chowmein. So I'm using carrots, the bora, and I have half of a yellow pepper here. I'm just gonna cut the bora up quickly, and when I'm making chowmein, I like to cut them a little bit bigger like this so we can see them in the dish, and easy to pick up when you're using a fork. So the colors for this chowmein will be a nice one. So I'm gonna cut up the carrots about the same length as the bora, so we can have everything in the same lengthwise. I'm gonna cut them long and then cut them back short again, and then we can cut them back like this. So I'm gonna start cooking the chicken. We're gonna fry this up and leave it for all its natural water to completely evaporate. So the chicken is cooking up nicely, and you see all that beautiful ingredients, the green seasoning and all that. It's gonna give this chicken a very nice flavor. I have it cooking on medium to low heat. The chicken can cook nice, and all that natural water can completely burn out. So the chicken is looking nice. I'm gonna grate a piece of ginger into the chicken. I love the flavor of the ginger when I'm making chow mein or fried rice. So a nice generous piece will go a long way in the dish. So these are all my fresh seasoning that I'm gonna add to the chow mein. I have some onions, the fresh green onions that I just picked from the garden, and these peppers. I have some curly parsley and some cilantro. So now we're gonna start adding our veggies. I have my veggies here. We're gonna mix in this ginger into the chicken, and we will add the carrots. This will need a little time to cook, so about 2.5 minutes of cooking time, and then we will come back to go in with our next ingredient. So I'm gonna go in and add my onions now, and I also want to add those peppers in here. I removed the seed because they have a lot of seed. Let's put all of that, and then we're gonna give this a good mix. So we are adding flavors by layers. We're gonna cook this for a minute on medium to low heat. So I have my water on the other side for the chow mein. We're gonna go in and add some salt, and today we're cooking Imam chow mein. So I'm gonna add my chow mein in the water. So now I'm gonna go in and add my nice purple and green BORA along with the bell pepper, and then we'll mix this up. At this point, I would like to go in and add a little bit more of seasoning to flavor up all those vegetables that we just added. My BORA is looking nice, so we're gonna add a little bit of salt because the chicken already have some. I'm gonna add some extra oregano. And today I don't have chow mein seasoning. Fried rice seasoning can do the job as well. So when you are cooking and you run into one of those days, don't sweat if you have fried rice seasoning. It can also work. I tried it many times and it did a good job for me. So a little bit of fried rice seasoning in here. We're gonna mix this up. And I like to add a little bit more of my royal Chinese sauce. If you come across this in the store, try it out. It's from Guyana and it's very, very delicious. So let's add about 2 tablespoons in here. It adds flavors and it adds a beautiful color as well. I'm gonna mix this, let it cook for about 2 minutes to the exact, and we're gonna turn the stove off and wait for the chow mein to finish. So in the same pot that I was boiling the chow mein, I added half of my veggie and chicken mixture. I'm gonna go in and add half of the chow mein, and then I'm gonna start to mix everything up in this pot. So that is some here, and this is how I do mine. I'm gonna go in and add a little bit more of the fried rice seasoning. If you have chow mein seasoning, then that's perfect. And I want to add my green onions in here. So half of it is going in. we're gonna add half of the curly parsley, and then we're gonna add half of the cilantro. So we want to spread this out, and then the next thing we're gonna do is add the other half of the Chowmein. And you want to put your stove on very low heat, so you're not recooking the Chowmein or anything, just to have it on a nice temperature while you're mixing up. So when you get all these noodles out, or the Chowmein, we're gonna add the rest of our vegetable and chicken in here. Spread it out nicely. Look at the color, how beautiful that is. And make sure that you get out all this goodness that we have in the bottom of the pan. And then we're gonna add a little bit more of fried rice seasoning, and then all the rest of the fresh seasoning. So the green onion, curly parsley, and the cilantro. Some of those are optional. If you have green onions, that can do the job alone. But if you have them, why not? So I'm gonna add a little bit more of the Chinese sauce, because I really love the flavor that it brings out. And then you wanna give this a good mix. So for me to get a nice mix, I usually go in with 2 spoons and then do them like this. And then gently mix everything up until it's well and combined and everything is distributed evenly. And here it is. I just mix it up nicely. I'm gonna plate up and reveal the taste test. Nice and hot Imam Chowmein, cooked with some fresh veggie and my garden purple and green BORA. And here, my friends, is what my Chowmein look like. This is the purple BORA right here. I have some green ones in between. I have another one there, and most of the fresh herbs that I use to season the chicken. I top it off with some cucumbers and tomatoes. I'm gonna dig in and let you all know how this tastes. I have a lot of Chowmein videos on my YouTube channel, but the fact of picking the fresh ingredients and the purple and green BORA to add to it makes a beautiful recipe, and it even makes me happy that I can add my own vegetable. So today, you all know that I added limited amount of vegetable just so that my BORA can pop out. The Chowmein tastes so delicious, and that BORA still have a crunch. And this is the pepper, the big pepper I use in the Chowmein. I have a nice little kick, but one that you want more and more of. So I'm gonna sit down and finish the rest of the meal. I hope your garden did well for you this year. I still have some more things to harvest, and tomorrow I'm gonna do another big harvest. Every day I'm picking something, and it makes me so happy. Take care, God bless, love you all. Bye for now.